All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rachah, Kodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach you well, who taught us this truth. Shalom to the elect, 144,000, first and foremost, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth. I'm your brother, Tabar Yakunah.
I'm the brother Kasaida.
All right, we're going to get into the times, man. Times, pressure. Pressure. And you know the old saying, what they say, pressure either busts pipes or it makes a diamond. And the scriptures also speak about how the Lord will make a man more finer than gold, man. Lord willing, we get that a little later, but you want to start out with the scripture, bro?
I was looking up the word pressure.
Oh, okay.
All right. But it didn't give me much. So I'm gonna pull up the definition of pressure. And it goes into this is Oxford language. A continuous physical force exerted on or against an object by something in contact with it. The use of pressurization, influence, or intimidation to make someone to do something.
Yeah. So this, what we're in the midst of right now, is this Hegelian dialectic. You know that they got, these so-called illuminated ones putting on the people. You know, these elite bankers. You know, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who's that? You so-called self-proclaimed white people. You know, starting with your bankers, right? Your elite banking families, you know. And so what they're doing is they're putting pressure on the people because they know that they have but a short time. That's Revelation, the 12th chapter, in the 12th verse. All right, a short time to do what? To push forth that NWO, man. All right, that's their new digital prison that they're trying to push on the whole world, the population of the whole world. You know, and ultimately, we know what the end all be all, the cherry on top of that is that C-hip, that micro C-hip spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter, in the 16th and 17th verse. You know, that digital tag they want to brand you with, basically, so to speak. You know, they treat the masses like cattle, you know, sheep, cattle, you know, and this is their next phase of domination.
That's right.
They're dominating these people. They want to dominate these people within a digital prison.
That's right.
So like I was flying a little bit, but what did you?
No, I had a little bit more on that. That was the noun of it. This is the verb. It says attempt to persuade or coerce someone into doing something.
Yeah.
For example, it might now be possible to pressure him into resigning.
Yeah.
So you get the point. At that point, it's almost, as the brother was going into, they're coercing people into going in and taking that MOTB at this point. You know, getting down with the system. You know. Yeah,
and that's all through gradualism. If I could say real quick,
Yep.
because we still got to go through certain steps. We got the biometrics. You know, we got little certain steps leading up to that physical piece, man. But who knows when this devil is really will just pull the rug out from under this place. And it's all through Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. It's all through the will of the Lord. But the Lord gave us the eyesight to see what's going on. And again, going back to that Hegelian dialectic, ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos, pressure from above, pressure from below.
Yep.
It's pressure.
Yep.
It's pressure on the masses. And we were just talking about how people don't even really take big risk anymore. You don't see just people making stupid risks anymore because everybody's kind of like watching. Everybody's got a camera. Everybody's ready to put your ass on TikTok or say something about you. So people are in a lane and they don't want to make stupid risks. And, that's going to make the men of the Lord look shiny. It's going to make us look very delectable, very attractive
Yeah.
to a lot of people. And so just to be circumspect, it came out at the end of the camp. Don't, shoot your shot on all these, we're talking about Isaiah 4:1, don't shoot your shot on all these crazy ass women. Stay in the pocket, stay focused.
Yep.
But also don't shoot down your blessing that the Lord might be.
Stick with it's like I don't mean to cut you off, but it's almost like Tim Duncan, man. You stick with the basics. Stick with the basics, man. Stick, even milk scriptures are enough to be heavy, man. You be like, man. Sometimes, man, when you go over certain scriptures, you like, man, I ain't bring that out in a long time, but being as long as being in the truth, sometimes you be like, man, that simple scripture is really heavier than what it is, man.
And if I can add to you, you know why? Because what Yahweh Shai, what he came in the volume of the book, right? And what he say, take and eat, right?
Yep.
Take and eat my body, my flesh, really his doctrine. So if he came in the whole book, and you take a little, really, we know what it all boils down to. It boils down to faith.
Yeah.
And that's a gift from the Lord. So, you can get by on certain just little scriptures because that's still Yahweh Shai feeding you, and sustaining you, man. And that blood, as the Bishop Atasma was talking about, that blood is so pure, it covers many people and over many incarnations. The elect, talking about the elect.
Yep.
So that belief and faith, that's we understand, that's what it comes down to. But hey, we're putting our faith into faith without works is dead, man. So we're putting our faith into effect, and Lord willing is enough to get us saved, bro.
If I may say, what we're getting at is ultimately the elect is going to be able to be the ones to endure under this pressure. You know why? Because we're rehearsing the righteous acts. But not only on top of that, the Lord is chastening those who He loves. So we go through stuff, man. We lose jobs, we lose vehicles, we lose people, we lose family, we lose women, we lose all types of things, man. But guess what? It's all about what you do in that situation. Do you have truly faith? Are you really going to leave this truth over a woman? You going to let a woman make you fall out the truth? Those type of things that is going to help you endure in this truth, in this thing of ours, man. To hell with that woman. Because guess what? The ratio in Atlanta is far. It's 1 man to every 14 to 15 women. You think about that stuff. So the hell with that, man. Certain things, the Lord will give you a new car. There's other ways to get cars, man. There's other ways to get another job. There's plenty of jobs out here, man. But it's all really what we're boiling down into is the elect is going to be the ones to endure through this hell that we're going through Babylon the Great, through every challenge, because the Lord said He's going to try the elect as gold is tried in the fire. He's going to try everybody, man.
It's going to be tough. I got a precept for you.
You got it, brother.
Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
Yeah, because we brought that out at camp. But it's going to be a time never ever seen before. It's going to be everything that we heard in history, the worst of times, the dark age, or not, I don't want to say the dark ages. I want to say the medieval times. Medieval times, we talking about the Holocaust. We talking about, the great persecution against, Jake from the Roman Empire. We talking about all type, the Black Plague. We talking about all those things. Slavery, mainly slavery, man. But we're talking about it's going to be like the Purge. That's the best way or best example to depict something in a time where you got to have faith to be able to endure that, man. If you don't have any type of faith or you don't have any solid foundation, foundation that you already built upon, you're gonna waver. You're going to fall. Everything that you build is going to collapse. Yeah. See, everything at this point, the elect is building off Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. That's that stone and that's that sandy ground.
Yeah.
You know?
I was just gonna say you gotta be rooted. The scriptures speak about being rooted. I got another precept for you, bro. This is Matthew 24 verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Verse 13. But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, he that endure unto the end. It says the love of many shall wax cold. People gonna discard everything that they believed in. They're gonna throw away that family, just like, you know, the hell with the family, the hell with everybody else. It's all about me at this point. But see, the elect, at that point, I'm going to lean on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And if anybody ain't with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah or believe in what I believe in at this time, the hell with them, man.
Yeah.
You're going to be with certain brothers that believe too. You're going to have people that's going to be built up in the spirit around you too. The scripture ain't saying that. It says whoever endure at the end. And really, the elect is going to be the ones who endure, you know?
Yeah. This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Who's the bridegroom?
The bridegroom, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yeah,
you know, Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, the bride, the virgins are the elect.
Yep.
All right, and it says, and
it's not all the elect, but mainly it's the Israelites. You know,
right, it's the 144,000.
But you're gonna have half of that. It's gonna tell you 5 were wise and 5 were foolish.
Yeah.
You know, these are the same ones that they know the truth, of course. Yeah, they know they Israelites.
Yeah. But
they being big boy demons. They being niggas, man.
You got IUIC doctrine. You know,
You know, you got other Israelite camps. You know, for example, I'm not trying to make this lesson long, but you got Israelites that know about the truth, but they taught the other Israelites. They don't necessarily believe in the truth, but they taught the other Israelites, and oftentimes these other Israelite camps, they over righteous, man. Yeah. They want, hey, your wife should be, you know, she should have her head covered. Yeah. She should do this. You should do that. Blah, 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 because the scriptures say this and X, Y, Z.
It's trendy. They look at it as a trend.
It's not a trend, man.
This is to your point, bro.
Yeah.
It says, and five of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. So it's talking about that 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Half of them were wise, and half of them were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. And that oil is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. You know, starting with our elder apostles, Elder Apostle Tahar and apostles on down, all right, gave us this truth, man. That's why we give double honors to them.
And if I may say, you know, we say that 50-50 is really not going to be 50-50 in that time, because you got your 2/3 and then you got your 1/3.
That's right.
You got the elect, the 144,000. The 144,000 right along with the 1/3. Yeah, it's a lot of Israelites, but that's a small amount of Israelites because there's a lot of Israelites. But 2/3, that's a lot. Right. Of Israelites, man. It's not going to be no 50-50 in that day. It just, you know, the Lord just using that as an example.
Yeah, these are spiritual. This is a spiritual, spiritual numbers, man. 5 is almost like completion. Almost. It says, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, while the bridegroom tarried. They all slumbered and slept.
Yeah, the Lord took, you know, while they all waiting for the Lord to come, they was getting themselves together. But you had some that didn't get themselves together, man. They didn't prepare their spirit. They didn't. For example, prime example, the MOTB. We always go at GMS, we talk about what the MOTB. Of course, we know it's the RFID here. We tell Israelites that. You got majority of these Israelite camps that don't even talk about what the MOTB is, man.
Right.
You're not preparing or trimming your lamp for that day. For the hour of temptation, which, matter of fact, before you finish that out, let me read this real quick. This is Revelation 10:3-10. It's like it. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Who is that? That's the elect. Those are the ones that's keeping the word of the Lord's patience. I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the world, all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. That's that pressure, man.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's this devil's going to wrap up all of the comforts of this world into that chip, basically, so to speak.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
in order for you to get any of the comforts of